by the Helping Friendly Hemp Company. My boy Rob and Dan, they're over there killing it, y'all. I just tried some of their sour space. I'm actually a huge fan of that strain, so definitely make sure you stay tuned for more to come from them. But without it, you guys, the Daily Chronicles coming at your faces.
All right, proceed to smoke weed. Proceed to smoke weed.
What's up, everybody? BRAINJERK in the house. I got KALYA, T-RUPP, and Josh. What's going on, y'all?
Woo! What up? What up? I like that intro, man.
That looks pretty comfortable over there, y'all.
Oh, I'm as comfortable as can be.
We've made it as comfortable as we can.
I'm just mad that I look so big.
Are we getting any more comfortable around here?
I don't think so. that hand keeps mentioning. I don't know, man. I don't know. But hey, you guys, thanks for coming on the show. Thank you. Real quick, I do have to say R.I.P. Frenchy Cannoli. We lost a good one, y'all. He was a good dude. Life is short, y'all. C'est la vie, as he would say. I never got to actually meet him, but awesome dude. We learned a lot from him and the way he worked with Hash. You know what I'm saying? So R.I.P. Frenchy Cannoli. With that being said, y'all, BRAINJERK Entertainment in the house. I know, like, every day 10 a.m. I get this alert on my phone that this stupid show happens, and I'm like, God damn it, not again. And then I tune in and I'm like, another Earth Dweller.
This is a Earth Dweller.
I love it. But we had T-RUPP and Josh on back, earlier. KALYA, I don't know what the hell happened. I guess you were smoking weed. I don't know. We fucked it up, but we had to make it right. And I told you we'd make it right. Here we are. You guys, I saw that wrestling thing you guys just did with D-Mac and stuff. Like, tell me a little bit more about that. Like, what happened?
Dude, it was bad the fuck ass, bro.
It was a great time.
Well, D-Mac is now wrestling August 26th.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In IWR, making his debut against Chinstrap Jesus.
Jockstrap Jesus, if you don't like him.
Shocked.
Yep. Also, there's going to be an ECW hardcore match that night between Connor, former WWE superstar, and Rhino, former WWE ECW superstar.
Damn, double bam, right there.
Double whammy.
It's a hardcore match.
That sounds like a big deal. Myself, okay. With wrestling, I can't say that I'm a fan. I'm not. That's not fair of me to say that. I can't say that. However, and hear me out, I do like Sting. I know he came back in the game. As of late, I liked when I used to watch him rappel down from the ceiling and beat everybody's ass with a Louisville Slugger. You know what I mean? Like that shit was pretty dope.
Yeah.
You got to give respect to all the big names like The Rock. Obviously you've got Hulk, you've got The Undertaker, you've got Macho Man Randy Savage, R.I.P., and all of these people that were entertainers, first and foremost. Like that's their passion of it. And then I watched this mockumentary called The Wrestler with what's his face in it. I forget the guy that was in it, but
I forget his name all of a sudden.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, it was a good movie, and it showed you this introspection into this entire scene that, you know, I mean, people are like, oh, it's just fake. I'll be honest with you, I may not be a fan, but I don't like when people say it's fake. Scripted, possibly, you know, rehearsed, more than likely. Otherwise, somebody could get seriously injured.
Those slaps are for real.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let me tell you, those slaps are for real. You can see the welts on those boys.
It's crazy. They're taking falls and they're jumping off of shit, and they're still.
I wasn't a fan, honestly. I didn't really know much about it or anything, and I went because my son enjoys it and my husband went, and so I went. And honestly, I had a blast. That was a good ass time. I haven't had that good of a time in a minute.
Hell yeah.
Her son was like, "Hey, Ma, you want to go?" Started grabbing up on her, and she's like, "Landon, chill out,
He's
bro."
trying to beat me up and stuff. I'm like, whoa.
You want some of this?
So you didn't have an option. I mean, that's you know, when that happens, he'll put some wrestling moves on you. That's
Yeah,
the
he
problem.
looked at me halfway through the show and he was like, I've learned quite a few moves here, Mom. And then he just grabs my arm and starts pulling on me, and I'm like, whoa. Like, let's not exercise those moves here, buddy.
You should have rock bottomed his ass.
Mom, I'm sick of eating Cheerios. We're going back to Fruit Loops.
Right. Shit.
No, I feel that. Now, you know, wrestling aside, BRAINJERK Entertainment, okay, we've touched on it a little bit more. I want to know more about it. The more I see, the more I'm drawn to it, if that's, you know, fair to say. Now, tell me, you know, I understand how T-RUPP and Josh, you know, and we talked about it a little bit earlier. I understand how that kind of happened, but how does Miss Kayla fit in all this?
Family.
Yeah.
That's a fair answer. That's a good answer. Let's go back to when the family kind of started, if you will. Like, when did you guys meet? Like, how did that you know, relationship blossom, if you will?
Ryan. I didn't meet T-RUPP, honestly, until he was asked to come to my wedding. And then he came to my wedding, and then honestly, after that is when we got, like, close. I consider them, like, brothers.
I crashed her wedding.
He crashed her wedding and pissed half of her family off for a minute, and then here we
and
are.
I was like, I kind of like this guy. This is awesome. I'm the only one to piss my family off usually. Like,
Rebel with a cause.
you know what? I like it.
And now
What's
she's
up,
gonna
T-RUPP?
crash. Now she's gonna crash my wedding in October.
Exactly. I'm here
Hell yeah.
to crash his wedding.
Hell
What is
yeah.
it?
I mean,
I built this friendship to crash his wedding. essentially.
so this entire thing is just a spiteful, just rage.
Right.
You ruined my wedding. I'm doing it to yours.
Right. It's going down in October.
And when it does, she's gonna be like, she's gonna grab the mic and say, "Finally!"
It is my time.
I find that, you know, okay, let's say that this happens. Let's say you get your just desserts. Let's say, you know, T-RUPP, your wedding gets crashed. Half the family hates you. You're standing there nose to nose with T-RUPP. He's not mad. He's happy. And then I honestly think that he's going to say to you, what next?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna say,
You know, and that's the point.
That's
the point.
I'm gonna say thank you.
He's gonna say thank you for creating the best memory I have.
You know? Because me and my fiance don't want the traditional wedding anyway.
Right.
So
Who does? I'll be honest with you. Who does?
Whatever it is.
Right. And I didn't want like the traditional wedding either. I'm glad. I'm happy I got what I got.
Right.
But we're going out of the box for T-RUPPs. We are going out of the box.
I'm getting a moo made for me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm good with that. Like, you know, I kind of, one of the things that, you know, I find draws me to the show is not just like the compassionate banter amongst the three of you, amongst, you know, the family. I love the family vibe, but it's also, I'll be honest, none of you give a fuck. And I love it. You know what I mean? You really don't.
Yeah,
You're just like, fuck it. You know, and that's just it. Like, I want people to see that, you know, there are these you know, small nucleated families among the nation, among the world, because culture is really important to things. And these people smoke weed, you know what I mean? Like, that's what's going on.
We have
But
a fucking time doing it.
exactly.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a joint.
She's got
Get
one
it.
right here. And the latest
And they get to see this.
But it's
dude, come on, not online, bro. Let me
Give
get
you
ready.
a little sneak peek.
Shit, he's gonna sit on my chest.
Look at that lap
Here you
action.
go, baby. Here you go, baby. Here you go.
if anybody wants to be a professional dancer, now's a good time to take some lessons. So, he wore a pink shirt. Important.
God damn it, I'm live again.
I love it. But that's the thing of it, though. You're here to have a good time. You know what I mean? And you make sure that you have a good time regardless of what you're doing. You know, and I think that's not only important in life. I think it's important just in anything that we do. You know, BRAINJERK Entertainment. I've got to admit, like, it's blowing up. I like it. You know, you're out there sponsoring these wrestling things, going to these, making these handshakes, and you know, kind of spreading this awareness to the people. You know, and hot take, like, if I have to take away from your show at all, it's be who you want to be, but be happy. Understand that mental health is real. Understand that how you affect people and your perspective, all that matters. You know, you've got to be mindful of these things. And I feel that, like, yeah, the last episode
we're big on self accountability. That's our thing. Be a good. That's what be yourself, but be accountable for your actions too.
Oh, 100%.
Be able to take blame when you fuck up, and like be able to grow from that too.
Right.
Make sure you smile every day. You know.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know if you're gonna wake up tomorrow, dude.
Exactly. Just try to make somebody else smile every day. Make at least one stranger smile.
Yeah, they've been.
That's if you could do that, then
one smile on the face. That's what ruined me about masks is I couldn't see nobody's face when I was being all nice and
it fucks with you, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, but now I can see people smile all the time. I almost grabbed that by the hop.
Oh, so I got a story. I was doing a dab one time and I forgot. I thought it was like, you know, grab and pull from a bong. And I grabbed it and I went to put it down and it stuck to my hand and people were like, dude. And I'm just like, what?
Dude.
Well, being a chef, I can't feel certain, you know what I'm saying? So it melted to my hand, and it started to hurt, of course, but it didn't hurt as much as they thought, is what I'm saying. But then, you know, it was like a real bad burn, but I had little tiny scars, but it's gone and no fingerprints, you know what I mean? It's kind of cool. But it's just like when it happened, I the only thing that I could think of was that scene in like Men in Black where Will Smith burns his fingerprints off in that little ball. You know what I mean? That was it. What are you guys smoking out of?
He smoked a blunt. He don't smoke blunts.
Why? He's dying.
These guys, dude.
Isn't he so big?
My head is like 3 of each of your heads. So gross. Dude. I'm scrunching down a little bit too, bro. I'm just so big.
He's giant.
Look, why did I start an entertainment company with 2 little people?
I love it. Oh, it's working though. That's the problem. You're like, shit. Now I actually got to take this serious. Like, you know,
I gotta work with
what
little
point?
people.
Right. At what point did you guys like realize that this is no longer a hobby? It's actually this is going to be like an income for us
From jump. From ready to go.
Josh
Here we go.
Honestly,
Josh took this. It was never a hobby to Josh. It became his job immediately to make sure BRAINJERK was known immediately.
Absolutely.
It all started at Kayla's wedding.
Yep.
Yeah.
When I crashed it.
Yeah.
That's when BRAINJERK also began without its knowledge.
Because the guy that did her wedding asked me to move to Vegas.
Okay.
Come be his officiant because I was so funny or whatever. And then Josh grabbed me and said, "No, motherfucker, we're doing this at home." And so that's what we did. Josh said, "You already got a ticket back home. You're coming home, dude. You're not staying here."
Yeah.
I love it.
Like, are you sure? Like,
Are you sure this is?
I mean, it's awesome. I don't know if Josh did that on my shoulder and he's like, "We're doing this at home." That's kind of rapey. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be like, "I dinner first or something," but you know.
But I want Josh to be rapey towards me.
Okay.
Like,
He's just lap dances. Okay.
You're
Yeah.
up like that
Okay.
shit.
Yep.
I'm number 3 on his. I would turn gay for list.
There you go.
10. There's a top 10, and he's number 3. So if he threw them rapey vibes
Who's the
off,
first two?
Uncle Mike, or actually
Kevin Keck is number 1. I mean, Kevin Wallace is number 1.
And Uncle Mike is number 2, because I think he would just be a really good time.
Oh my God.
I'm not gay. I'm getting married to a beautiful woman, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Listen, real talk though, like, I don't think that, thinking that it doesn't matter what you feel. Love is love. That's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. But at the same time, I don't think that a man thinking another man would be good in the sack or attractive or, talking about it, in a hypocritical or hypothetical sense. I don't think that makes you a homosexual. That's not how that works. You know what I mean?
Totally 5'8" though.
Get it though. And that's my point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Love is love.
He's with it until it becomes physical. Then
Until
he's
it gets,
like,
until it gets like to where I'm like, whoa, this is gay. It's a lot.
Okay. I mean, I get it, and that's the thing. Like, I have a lot of, homosexual, I have a lot of transgendered friends, I have a lot of queer friends, that's just it. If you want to identify as an Apache helicopter and make love to a tree, get it. Get it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, be happy.
Exactly. I just
your life. Do what you have to do to be happy.
I'm gonna have a few questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does a helicopter and a tree end up fucking?
Yeah, like I might need some explanation, like because my mind wanders and like I'm a curious person. So like, make it make sense to me.
How many people can we fit in this Apache?
Exactly.
Are there people standing in the
does
tree?
the condom go on the tree or does it go on the Apache? Do you need a condom with this? I mean, what's going on? Like, and when you have babies, you have like little like helicopters flying around with roots or some shit. Like, what's going on with this?
Yeah, maple trees. That's how maple trees were born.
And thus Canada was born. But yeah, you guys, I love it. I love everything BRAINJERK Entertainment, but now that we have BRAINJERK here, I feel that we have the entire ensemble here. It's only right to get into the dubs and find out more so where your cannabis careers came from. So real quick, before we jump into the first time dubs, we're going to get a little message from ResRud, y'all. ResRud.com, clean your shit, period. I'll see you guys in a flash. ResRud coming at your faces. ResRid.com, y'all. Hey, here's the thing. Like, if you're gonna smoke out of your bong and stuff, and like with everything going on, it only makes sense to like clean your shit. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Don't smoke out of dirty shit.
Oopsies.
Exactly. I mean, and that's my point, y'all. It is what it is. ResRid.com. Get your shit going. Clean your shit. Like, I mean, there's really that's really what it is. Nobody wants to. There's no point in sticking really, really good flour in a dirty piece. You're not gonna taste it. It's gonna taste like shit. So
I don't really smoke like flour out of pieces, but I smoke wax, and I'm not gonna smoke out of a dirty piece. That's for sure.
Oh, I feel that.
It ruins the taste.
It's horrible. I don't like it. It's clean your shit.
It's absolute garbage. It's
It ruins your wax. Like,
it's that boo boo. But yeah, that's my point, you guys. ResRid.com, clean your shit. They got a new product coming out. I forget the name of it, but basically it's like in a little pouch. You can add your own water, shake it up, clean your shit. That's it. You can do it on the go. Some people don't like, the idea of like having liquids and stuff to clean their shit, and that's cool, but just take this with you, so that's a really awesome idea. But it's not about ResRid, it's about y'all motherfuckers. So
I always use salt water.
And you could use that. Salt water works. You should use a mix of alcohol and salt, but
I clean it with piss.
what the fuck?
As long as you don't eat asparagus,
The experience of T-RUPP.
Right.
You're like, dude, that's what that is? You're like, why do you keep bottling it? It's just chilling.
It's
Gets that resin right off. First try.
You know it's in season if it smells like Brussels sprouts. Speaking of in season, yo, let's go back to it. T-RUPP's already answered this. You know, Josh has already answered this in the other episode. Kayla, when was the first time you got high? Like, run us through what happened.
Oh my God. I was probably in, like, honestly, 7th grade. I tried weed, but everyone around me smokes weed, like my whole family. So
Right.
I just felt like, I don't know. But I wasn't allowed. I definitely got in trouble for that shit. But I truly don't remember what happened. I just remember I smoked young. But I know the real first time that I smoked with my sister, actually.
Okay.
And we were trying to hide, and we smoked, like, behind this abandoned house thing. And I remember, like, trying to duck and cover from my mom when I got home. And I was just talking about this the other day. The first time, like, I've ever, like, took my chances and went home when I knew my mom was going to be home.
Right.
I fucked up. I went to go make a quesadilla. My whole family was there. My grandparents, my aunt, my mom. And I went to go make a quesadilla, and I put the buttered side up instead of on the pan.
Lord.
So, like, I burnt the shit out this quesadilla. My mom's sitting behind me at the dining room table like, what the fuck did you just do? And I'm like, I'm going downstairs. Like, I went right to my room. After that, she knew. She was like, I know what's up now.
I like that because it's like, real talk. Okay, so that's actually how I know how fucked up some of my line cooks were and things like that when I was working in restaurants. I'd be like, homie, what are you doing? That pan's not even turned on. Like, we have a thing in the kitchen. Don't ever put oil or butter in a cold pan. Cold pans, hot pans save lives. All right. And so they won't turn the gas on. They're like, bro, man, chef, is this gas? You ain't got the son bitch turned on. How drunk are you right now? Like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
no, we're just
damn. I had a problem with, like, this kid. He came in baked as shit one day, which, all right, he could do his job, so I'm not going to complain, right? Plus, let's face it, I don't have anybody to replace him on a Friday fucking night. You know what I mean? He is the replacement. He comes in baked as shit. I could get high off of smelling this kid, and trust me, I wasn't like creeping on him, but I'm like, dude, yo, that smells really good. You want to share with the class? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah. And so I knew he was high, but he was good at his job. All right. But we had one problem, and I didn't mind this. This bitch kept eating the fries in the window. Just kept smashing them. I mean, they'd be like, yo, I need an order of fries. He's like, oh man, dude. He ate 3 orders of fries before I figured this out. And I'm just like, I mean, I'm not mad about it. It's just fries. It is what it is. But that was the downside. You know what I mean? So I really, if that's the trade out for you to kick it out. You know, but I look at, like, the beginning of how everything starts, you know, with smoking and things like that. Like you said, you tried it when you were younger. It is what it is. You don't really remember it. It's not a big deal. But then, like, it seems like it was just an adaptive part of life. And I was around like, you.
I was probably in high school. Right. I was for a fact in high school when I actually, like,
remember getting high.
Yeah, remember.
Got down with it.
I knew what it was for a long time.
How do you think that dare affected you, though? Like, were you like, yo, I'm still gonna smoke weed, though? Like, fuck meth, but I'm still gonna smoke weed.
All for dare.
I was like the first person in my grade place. Like, the people I graduated with, I was the first person that, like, started smoking weed, and it was like a taboo thing. Like, it was weird. Like, people were like shocked that, but they were out going to, like, parties, getting drunk and shit, and I just knew, like, I'm not a drinker, and when I smoke weed, I just literally lay in bed and, like, chill, and, like, nothing bad happens to me. I'm hearing all these stories about how you girls are, like, getting blackout drunk and shit, and I just never from the start wanted anything to do with that. I just was always the stoner girl. But then eventually we all got older, and now all these bitches smoke weed. And I'm like, yeah.
And then the best part is they come at you pretending to know more, and you're like, no.
Yeah, I know.
It's not about what you know, but at the same time, no.
But at the same time, I'm just like, I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm. You're right. You know, you're cool, whatever.
Exactly.
Dare was great for me. Because I was the class punk. I used to get demonstrated for every class that we had Dare come in and talk to us. They arrested me, and, like, had me act like a drunk person and stuff, and like they gave me a rundown on how to fucking talk to cops when I was a fucking kid, dude. I was
Just taking notes. You're like, so don't say fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I'm the class clown. I just fucking like.
Yeah.
I'll be talking shit the whole time they're there. So as soon as they say I need a volunteer, you Tyler, what are you doing? Oh, you know what I'm doing? I'm about to get arrested, sir.
We did this 3 weeks ago, y'all. You know, here we go
Wait,
again.
like, don't you remember me?
I'm gonna make it funny too, bud. Put them stuff down.
All right, come on, cuff
I
me.
was always that kid, like in the dare, you know, little like dioramas or whatever, descriptions or whatever. Like I was always that kid that would like, they would ask to put the hood up and like, you know, be that sullen drug dealer on the street. And I'm sitting there thinking like, no, you know, like why would I do any of this? And then as you get older, like, you know, you start to pay attention and you're like, people don't offer you free drugs. Shit, that's just expensive. Like they ain't out there offering you free shit.
I've been offered free
Sometimes,
drugs.
yeah, I have.
Well, if you're at parties and shit, but I'm saying like, ain't nobody gonna walk straight up to you and be like, "Hey, man," and whip out their coat like they said. Like they overdraw.
Yeah, I got an ounce here. You want some?
Right, like no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like
you.
participating in dare, but I've also knew that I was gonna smoke weed in my life. Like I was like, I'm trying that. Like,
Weed was one thing that I was against until I was like 18. Then I finally smoked it, and it was like, oh, all right, this ain't so bad.
I just told myself, like, literally my whole life, like, my mom did not condone it. She did not. I'm 22. My mom did not smoke with me until maybe the beginning of this year. Maybe. Like, it could have been, like, 9 months ago, honestly.
I was 33 when my dad finally smoked with me.
Yeah, like, didn't even, she wouldn't see it. Like, she wouldn't smoke around me. She smoked my whole life. Like, she won't smoke around me. My grandparents wouldn't, nothing. But I just told myself, no matter what, like, I'm gonna do it. So, like, I don't do anything else. Like,
I feel that, man.
I enjoy smoking weed, so do it with me or not. Like, I'll smoke a joint on this side of the glass, y'all smoke in there. But now it's like they're cool.
I've been smashing on. I went and picked up some. You know, you got to try the dispensary stuff every now and then. You know what I'm saying? And there's a reason. Yeah. And there was the Skunk #1 live butter, and it smells just absolutely amazing.
Let me smell.
There you go. Smell of vision. I can't wait till it happens. You know what I mean?
There's no reason why that can't happen.
Not yet. You know, so I've been talking to some people about, like, you know, content creation and stuff like that. So if we all had joints that looked together and I did like one of these things and then Josh grabbed it in from the other side and smoked it, it could look like we're passing a joint. You know what I mean? But that involves other people and logistics, and I'm too high to give a shit. But that, you know, those dabs are really good. Dude, I completely forgot what I was gonna say, man. That fucking Skunk #1 it's on point. So you kind of started in high school, you know, dare programs, you know, they were what they were. Let's just say that, you know, they were good for what they were, but I think they went about it the wrong way. Maybe don't include cannabis in it, you know.
They gave me a fucking free T-shirt, bro, and I had all my homies sign it, so I was happy.
There you go.
I agree with you, though, Rodney. Don't include cannabis, and I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that you should tell people about crack and heroin and shit. I think that they should revamp the DARE program, honestly, because I believe in the DARE program. I do, but not with cannabis. You know, I think that. So here's the cool thing. I actually went through DARE 4 times. And this is why, because as I was going through DARE, it was one of those newer programs they were trying to, you know, introduce to kids, and they weren't sure at what level, what grade to do it. So they introduced it to 4th graders, which I thought was kind of extreme, but it's Tennessee, so you know Tennessee. So in 4th grade, and then I moved, and then that school got picked for 5th grade, so I did it again with the same officers, so it was a little weird, you know. I still had to sign my life away at the end of the program, and then I did it again in 6th grade, and then 7th grade, because I kept moving, you know, I moved around a lot. And so it was like, I had all colors. I had a black T-shirt, a white T-shirt, a tie-dye T-shirt, and then one of the gray ones.
I remember that actually.
Yeah. You can buy those online now.
Oh yeah, I bet. But I loved DARE, dude. I did it a couple times too. I did it. They started me off in 5th grade, bro.
I honestly can say I don't remember doing DARE one time.
Shit. See
Fair
that?
enough. Fair enough. I mean, it's very possible that you didn't. You know what I mean? That's not. I don't see an
But I
issue
went
with it.
to a small school, like out in the country and shit. So
It was
They
like,
well, yeah,
yeah, my graduating class was like 60 people. So
right.
I graduated.
I do think that it's
60, but there was 500 in the class.
yeah,
Damn.
I think mine was like it was quite a bit. It was a couple hundred. I know it was more than that, obviously, but I don't remember. I know it was like I think it was like 600. I think I could be wrong. Everybody at Haslet High School is like he's an idiot. We don't claim to know him.
Wait,
But-
wrong kitty.
You look like you're waiting for me to like call your name for court.
yeah. Raise your hand.
You're like, yo, I did that shit. That's me.
I look like I'm on a casting couch, like, and I'm gung ho to be on a casting couch. like, I can't wait to do this, sir.
You want me to do Kegels with my butthole?
I thought about it.
I wish I had that button, y'all. I'll be honest with you. That shit fucking, that's just every single time. I've spit my coffee
Don't
out to
be
that,
crossing
Sarah.
it up,
Thank you.
Yeah, the button's across the room, or else I'd already pushed it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I like you
You
guys.
know how that conversation started?
No, I don't. I want to know, though.
I was telling my I was telling my story of the time I shit my pants when I had a night terror, and she said, "You need to tighten your butthole up." And I was like, "Want me to do Kegels with my butthole? What do you want? What do you want from me?" And Josh cooked it super great.
God.
And it was a fucking. That's a day, dude.
That is good.
I'm
I'm 27 years old.
I recently shit my
I
pants.
just recently shit my.
Recently.
I'm 28, and I did fucking
Nah,
28 years old in 4 days. I fucking had a slip.
Boom.
Whoa, and
Boom.
it touched my underwear, so it officially
Counts.
counts as a shit my pants. The other one, I was coated, bro. But I mean, but this
The other
one,
one we don't even have to worry about. That
I
happens.
had to change my underwear. If I have to change my underwear, I shit
Yeah.
my pants. Period.
I mean, okay, so hang on. So at what point does a shart turn into fully shitting your pants?
As soon as it touches your
if it
underwear.
touches your underwear, you shit yourself.
gotta
So
leave
a
it
shart
plain.
technically is shitting yourself.
You have to disregard
Well,
those underwear.
A
and
shart
put new
isn't
ones.
technically shitting yourself unless, like, if you shart and don't get your underwear wet, you're good. That's not a shit your pants.
Yeah, I've had a little cream in the crop, but they were never on my clothes. They were never on my clothes. You know?
Casually, I'm 100% sure that's happening.
That's-
Like,
that's
the
a
way
few,
you
you
said
know,
it, just nonchalant as fuck.
There's a
Like,
few
yeah.
juicy creases, but my clothes
Yo,
are fine.
what the?
I don't gotta pick up my fucking underwear and put on new ones. Like, oh,
No, that's why he wears those momos, man. He just screw it, man. He goes Scottish underneath.
Much easier.
Yeah.
Runs out to the forest, drops his trowel. He's like, I've never shit my pants anymore. You know why? I don't fucking wear underwear.
and in the moo I could just hurry up and just really just
Boom.
literally leave them while I'm walking. Just do a little and just leave them while I'm walking. Like I just those ain't good.
Where's T-RUPP? Well,
Yeah.
follow the breadcrumb trail of turds and you'll find it.
What's that smell? T-Rub, what is this? Why is there shit underwear in the living room?
Yeah.
I just shit him, dude. I didn't want to fucking deal with it.
He shits him and kicks him under the couch for a while before anybody notices.
The worst time is see, I don't get why people fucking what's that called? Go commando. I don't see why. Because if that does happen, like you ruined it. Like I can go to the bathroom in public and take those bitches off and fucking trash them and still commando. That's when you go commando. When you shit your underwear in public. That's when you're allowed to go commando. If you go commando every day, you're gonna shit your fucking shorts. You don't want
Right.
to do that.
Oh yeah, you don't
Yeah,
want to
if
do
you
that
have
at all.
Peter Point and fucking can't take your underwear off because you didn't have any, and now you got shit pants.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw them in the trash.
Probably got shit pants anyways if it hit your underwear, especially if you're sitting. It's probably on your outer layer anyways.
I mean, there's that. So I look at it this way, like, just make sure that you know your GI tract really well and that you've become, like, one with your gut. You know what I'm saying? Because real talk, all bullshit aside, gut health is important, y'all, and I can't say that enough. I mean, here's the thing: you are what you eat. You know, remember that. You know, but there's a lot of things growing up that we weren't taught about our bodies or about dare or anything of that nature. So a lot of these things that we weren't told about are important. Mental health being one of them. And T. One of the things that I have to absolutely commend you with is being so open with your journey, your mental health,
your
and
bodily fluids.
your bodily fluids.
Everything. He's the most open book I ever met.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
That's the
Whether it's good or bad, he's gonna let you know what his experience, and that's actually what we said was the purpose of this journey to begin with, is to show people they're not alone.
It's all about healing, y'all.
Yep, you have to be open in order to heal yourself and to see, when other people see, him saying the things he does, they open up and they just start talking. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great thing. Always be humble, always be happy, always be healing, but most importantly, always be helpful. That's the key point, And speaking of helpful things, we're going to come back. We've made it to the second dub. We're going to talk about the favorite ways to consume cannabis here in a second, but we're going to actually take a real quick commercial break, check out some Hempful Farms, and when we come back, we'll get to the second dub, the favorite ways to consume. Real quick, y'all, Hempful Farms. HempfulFarms.com. We are back with BrainJerk Entertainment. This time we have everybody in the house, including Kayla, sorry. But no, it makes sense what you do for the squad, though. It makes sense, like, now how this works together. You got to have, peanut butter, jelly, and bread. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise,
we've said this from the beginning. We feel like Kayla's the female perspective. We're a couple of doofuses, and then you got Kayla. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go rounds with T-RUPP.
Yeah.
And
I'll say some all shit. She's like, T-RUPP, what the fuck, dude?
Dude, like, I'll bring him back to the ground and level him out if it needs to be. But if not, we're going all the way to the sky with this. We'll go round. Mom.
I feel that. No, I look at it like this. Like, it's and you see this in families. So it's interesting. Sorry, coffee. It's interesting that you say that. You know what I mean? So it literally is two brothers with the sister going, "Hey guys, stop." You know what I mean? Like, there's something like that. And I feel that. I had two brothers. I had an older brother that didn't live with us, and he was 18. When I was born. So it's like I never really actually grew up with him. But my younger brother used to fight all the time. You know what I mean? All the time. And now it's just kind of like, I'll check in on him when he's good, and it is what it is. I kind of wish I had a little bit of a closer relationship with him, but hey, c'est la vie, right? This next dub, though, is all about, like, your favorite ways to consume cannabis. Obviously we've talked about, T-RUPP doesn't like, blunts or anything, but Kayla, let's start with you. What is your, like, hands down favorite way to get weed in you?
Smoking flower.
Okay. Do you do joints, or what do you do, like, out of the bong? What's up?
Joints.
I think everybody loves a good joint. You know what I mean?
Until recently, she was like a dab queen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was a dab monster, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I stopped doing a lot of dabs, so because it's not the same after a while. I enjoy actually smoking flower. The taste, like, I don't know, even to breaking it up.
I feel that. No, yeah, that's
the truth, though. I enjoy the whole experience of breaking it up.
Yeah, sometimes it's like relaxing. Like when I'm laying in bed and like right before bed, I want to break up a joint. Like I always have good weed, so I just sit there and break it up.
It's kind of like meditative a little bit. You know what I mean? It's
because I'm
definitely like
my show and like my hands are still like fidgeting. And I'm about to get high, so
exactly. And it's that's that's freebasing, that's getting your drugs ready, but that used to have such a negative connotation, because we put a negative connotation on, well, drugs, and so here we are to making you rolling these joints and rolling these blunts and doing these things, getting it ready. You're absolutely right. It's meditative. It's got this, I want to say, like, good weed has like this good flower feels like kinetic sand, if you will, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and playing with that is amazing. So absolutely, I see where you're coming from. T-RUPP, remind us, man, what was your favorite way to consume cannabis?
Joints, dude. I don't smoke nothing else but joints. Fuck out of here with anything else.
He slips up every once in a while and takes a dab.
I take
or a secret
day, and you saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that happens times 10 when he hits the dab. And he only hits like the after smoke. Like somebody will
do a dab and then give me the after, and I'm fucking.
He's like, I hate my life.
So I've got a little bit of a cool thing to tell you guys after we get to Josh's favorite way to consume cannabis, about a dinner that I got coming up, and I want to invite y'all to it for sure. You'll remind me though, dabs, remind me. So in 2 seconds, Josh, real quick, we've got joints across the board here. It looks like, what are you going to add to it, bro?
Oh, you already know. We're going with the joints here. We're going with the joints.
Get it.
That's why we're family, baby.
Love it. So who gets like the honors? You guys do honors? Like honors is like whoever gets to roll it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The best joint roller that I know is her husband.
Yeah.
Okay. Ryan? Ryan.
Yeah,
Ryan is the best fucking joint.
Pearls.
Yeah.
Every time.
He's fast.
Every time.
I don't claim to be the best joint roller. I claim to have learned from one of the best joint rollers I personally know. That's as high as I'm going with it. But I would absolutely love to have the honors and like roll one for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And like just to be like, hey, what do you think? That's
Knew a guy that rolled a joint riding a bike one time.
I can't do that. No.
My uncle could do it off a table with one hand. He put
My homeboy had a really nice decked out and Honda Del Sol, like the really fast, like he had stick shift the whole nine. Like I don't know a lot about racing cars, and he did. You know what I mean? He had the fine point harnesses. Homie's sitting there without a tray, breaking up shit and rolling a joint, driving stick shift in the middle of traffic. And I'm sitting in the passenger seat, like, you want me to roll that? He's like, no, dude, I got it. I do this every day. I was like, don't keep saying that. You know what I mean? Maybe don't do that every day, but it's kind of impressive that you can do it once.
I've seen people drive and roll.
Oh yeah.
I've
seen people do it too.
also completed one time, but I'll never do it again.
I'm not good enough.
But like a blunt, I can roll a blunt driving. No, I just put the knees on. Just roll.
Not that he would. He's not condoning that you should.
No,
He said
I
he could.
don't.
Yeah.
I'm scared of driving. No, I'm a good boy. No, I drive like a fucking grandma. I identify as a grandma.
I drive like a grandma. I'm not like a good grandma, not one of those slow grandmas.
I'm the slow grandma.
I abide by all the laws.
Hey, if it's a red light and ain't nobody around, I'm gonna go through it.
I mean, like,
I'm gonna stop, use it as a stop sign. That's just what I'll do.
I've done that.
I get it. I get it.
Never done that in my entire life.
This light's long. It's 3 a.m. I'm going, dude.
100%. If I'm in Detroit,
if your cat gets hit, I'm sorry. I'll buy you a new cat. But why is he at 3 o'clock in the morning? He home sleeping.
Yeah. He should be.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
He's got 9 lives. That's one less.
Let's see how many lives he has left.
Right. How many times I got to back up over him? You got 7 left? All right, man. Well, whatever. But I digress. So August 21st, I'm going to be doing a dinner at Grasshopper Farms in Paw Paw. I definitely want you guys to come out there. We're going to be doing a dab bar, I hope. So that's kind of a new concept. So there'll be different flavors of dabs, from one purveyor, and they'll have things that there that you can take a dab for and stuff like that. I'm gonna try and get a hold of my buddy who rolls joints, and I think he might, be able to, if you get, something there, let's face it, and he can roll them for you or something. We'll figure it out. But having a dab bar might be really, really cool. You know what I mean? So I really want to look into that. But first and foremost, like, I'd love to be able to get you guys to come down to that, and we'll roll some joints and. Yep, it's in Paw Paw.
Paw Paw, Michigan.
Paw Paw, Michigan.
My Paw Paw lives in fucking Toledo.
Where's Paw Paw?
It's over near K2.
Put up your hand and show me.
Oh, I'm terrible at that. Don't make me do it.
I think he's thinking about over here.
That way.
Wrong
Over here.
hand.
Jesus.
Wrong hand.
So Lansing is right in the middle. All right. Yep.
great.
Exactly. Yep. That's exactly right. It's over there.
That's about 3.5 hours away, I think.
Just good.
So it's an hour and a half for me, and I'm in Lansing, and you're about an hour and a half for me. So yeah, about 3 hours. You know, but at the same time, there's 5,000 cannabis plants just surrounding you. You can't not be in a good mood when you see this, you know. And drone footage only doesn't, it shows you that it's there, cool, but standing in that field, you know, for what it represents, it's a life-changing experience, you know. And not to mention, it smells great.
Skip and frolic through that bitch.
You absolutely can.
Oh.
We'll videotape it, you know, and that's the point, you know. Normally people were like, hey, don't come look at my plants, hey, da-da-da-da. We want you to, because what we're doing here is iconic. What we're doing here is we're pioneers, you know. Y'all, me, them, everyone, you know. In 5 years, we're going to look back to this conversation and be like, hey, look how little we were, you know, or blah, 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 or T-RUPP, why do you wear shirts like that, you know, or something like that, you know what I mean? Like something stupid. I'm kidding.
Oh, dude.
I love that shirt.
I'll give him the nips. What's up?
Give it. Get it. You've got a lot more tattoos than I thought you did. I mean, I kind of assumed incorrectly. I apologize, but at the same time, I think you and I are gonna have like a tattoo, you know, sit down and like we'll talk. I'm sure.
Dude, I'll just take my shirt off, bro. I got scars on my legs and tattoos on my upper half.
Get it, you know, and that's my point. Like, you know, that tattoos and scars are stories, you know, because that's basically what tattoos are. They are scars. That's what people don't understand, you know. So you're like, oh, well, I don't have any scars, but you have a shit ton of tattoos, so wait a minute. You know what I mean? Wait a minute. But, you know, I find that what you guys are doing, there's a huge space and opportunity for it. You guys are exploiting the shit out of it. I absolutely love it. I love seeing all of these things that you're involved in. The first and foremost things that I have to commend you on, and this is, you know, from you know, a person to a person, y'all hit it every day 10 o'clock. You know, you get it with a show a little late today, but it's not a big deal. You see what I'm saying? You're consistent with your content. You know what I mean?
That's because I was setting shit up for your show, Rodney.
I know. I'll take the fall for that. It's about personal accountability, right?
Yeah, bro. But either way, exactly like you just said, it was about personal accountability. I wasn't looking at the clock while I was.
No, it's cool. But I want you to look at it this way. So look how many times you were on time. That's, you know, that's what we don't look at. You know, when in a kitchen job, if I were to show up late, sometimes that's my job. Sometimes I would be fired. There are places like that. You know what I'm saying? It sucks. You know, and you're like, are you serious right now? Like, I didn't expect to get pulled over and a flat tire and, you know, a train and, you know what I mean? Like, I can't book this. Instead of being that dick to fire somebody and ruining their lives or something like that, be that dick and be like, well, you've never been late before, or, you know, it's not a consistent thing. Don't worry about it. You know, it's not a big deal.
We gone, you know, 7 days a week at 10 a.m. for the last 4 months, 5 months now.
That's my point. And so
5 months for
6 months. I don't know how long it's been since when we started lighting up. I'm not sure exactly how long it's been.
Right. Well, but I'm saying, like, you know, I make fun of you a little bit about it, but that's just it. You know, you're judging yourself way more than I ever possibly could, so I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. You've consistently been, you know, creating this content that reaches out to people, it heals people, it helps people. You know, we got our regulars, man. I love seeing Masshole in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I love seeing all the, you know, Squirrely. I love seeing all people.
And Squirrels.
What's up, Masshole? What's up, Squirrely? They're probably going to see this and be like, oh my God, that's my name. Like, yeah, it is.
Shout out all you motherfuckers. On sale.
I don't want to call them the BJs, but at the same time,
we're the jerk off. It's the jerk offs. They come in, they say good morning, jerk offs.
100%.
I asked Darren McCarty because I was thinking about calling my like people that watch the show,
right?
Call them jerk offs, and he was like, I agree with that. I'm a jerk off. I said,
get it.
Then they're all jerk off. They're all jerk off.
If D-Max said it, and it's,
I fought that for a while, dude. T-RUPP's wanted to call our fans jerk offs from jump. And I'm like, no. And then I just was like, whatever, dude.
Right.
And it's sunk in at this point now.
Now somebody says good morning, jerk offs, every morning.
Get it.
Actually, everybody goes in.
Yeah, everybody knows.
You're welcome.
it.
You're welcome, jerk offs.
Jerk off family.
And that's the point of it, though. Like, here's the thing: no one's taking that personally. So
Right.
it's an inside joke, and we need to learn about joking about things to the point to where people can stop being so goddamn sensitive about shit. You know what I'm saying? Because real talk, haters gonna hate, ain'ters gonna ain't. People are gonna talk shit. Let them. It's free advertisement.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You feel me? So I kind of want to roll into the next dub real quick before we hit a commercial break. We're kind of running out of time a little bit, but it's not a big deal. So tell me about a crazy time. This is the crazy dubs. Like, tell me about a crazy time, Kayla, where you just were way too fucking high and you knew it. Like, what happened?
I ate a can of coin, and I ate
For those
the whole
who don't
thing.
know, what is a can of coin?
It's like
The most potent.
Was it a
edible-
gummy? Was it a gummy or
chocolate.
a chocolate? A
It was
chocolate.
chocolate.
The most potent chocolate you've ever tasted.
Yeah.
Like 300 milligrams.
Dude, I don't
Oh.
even know if it's 300. I think it's like fucking 500. It's like,
I think it's like 5,000.
dude, it's a lot because. But anyways, I ate it, and me and my husband were on our way to the airport. Mind you, I've ate these chocolates so many times. I've ate halves. I've ate whole ones. I don't know why the fuck this one hit me so hard.
Yeah,
But
something, the planets aligned or something, yeah.
Yeah, and being in the car wasn't like taboo for this, but I was on the way to the airport to pick up someone who was coming out of state with my husband, and it just like hit me. I felt like I was tripping, and I was like,
Yep.
everything around me was just like slow motion, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And I was like, pull over.
The best reaction.
And then like we pulled over, and I have never gotten sick off smoking weed, dab, nothing.
Right.
But I got sick off that one. But now when we pulled over, after I said I was okay, we started driving again.
Right.
And then I got sick, and it intensified. And like, even when I wanted to go lay down, I just couldn't lay down because there was just like this weird energy. Like,
You were like whipping, sort of, yeah.
yeah, I'm like, I can't lay down, but like, I can't do anything right now. Like, do I need to smoke more? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I would suggest. So I say this because it's my job. So what you're talking about is the realm of edibles. That's my job. You know what I mean? So I need to know if I have this person at this event, which accidentally, they won't be, but let's say they have an adverse reaction. We won't know until we understand a person's ECS, and we have to speak in generalities. That mentioned, let's say that somebody gets hit with this 300 milligrams accidentally. Normally, they're just start freaking out. At that point, I would try to administer a little bit of CBN and CBG to you, and a little bit of CBD. If you hit those cannabinoids, you'll be able to kind of come back down from that. It's going to kind of counteract the psychosomatic effects of the psychedelics, really, of the
Which people forget marijuana is in that family. It's
correct.
in the psychedelic
THC
family.
is.
Yes.
THC is, yes. But
Yeah.
at the same time, that you want to counter on that spectrum of cannabinoids, you can use one to counteract the other. That's really, really smart. With edibles, because the absorption rate for all of those cannabinoids, if done properly, depending on how it's decarboxylated, that kind of gives you like the end result. And unfortunately, people aren't really doing it right. They're just blasting it with THC. They're like, oh, I have a heavy hand. What does that mean? Does that mean if I'm going to eat this little, gummy that's 300 milligrams? Bro, I ain't trying to feel that. But at the same time, there are people that need 2,500 milligrams a day to function. That's not okay. That's not healing at this point. And so since we, T-RUPP's like, well,
I had to submit.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you need 2,500 milligrams, 25,000, I get that. But let's talk about, maybe the, consumer like Kayla. She's like, hey, cool, let's eat this can of coin. I smash it, and boom, now I'm puking. I don't like that. And let's face it, there are people who have stopped cannabis because of that.
I don't know why. It was only that time because I've ate them after that. And I'm fine.
Right.
I've OD'd on those.
I really don't. Maybe being in the car or in that moment, I ate it after I smoked too much or something. I don't know. But that was the wildest time. I truly felt like I was tripping. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I've heard that more than once.
Coins.
What was that, T?
I blacked out on can of coins.
Dude.
I've done that. I've blacked out and come to shortly thereafter. It wasn't like a coma, but I've blacked out. Yes.
Oh no, I didn't even know who won the Super Bowl last year.
Oh, I didn't pay attention. So
And
it's
I
not
watched the Super Bowl.
fair enough. I black out during that, and then the commercials come on. You know.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out. Right. I mean, you know, they're all right. I'm still trying to figure out what the weekend meant with like the Funhouse type of thing. That was kind of confusing, and I was really high and was very confused, but it worked out. With the halftime show.
I don't know. He don't remember.
I don't remember, dude.
Oh, that's right. Duh.
Listen, somebody said, "Hey, man, I made some brownies, and they're at a. We're not gonna fuck you up that much." And then little Miss Kayla was like, "Here, T-RUPP, they're not strong." And then she cut me a fat fucking chunk. And come to find out, there was like 12 of those can of coins melted, and I was never that high in my entire life.
I agree. I was the highest.
Dude,
I ate 2 brownies.
Everybody was walking around like you could just tell
I ate
the
2 of
whole
them.
room.
Very stoic. Just.
Yeah, they're.
I couldn't stop playing pool until someone beat me, and it was I was locked into the pool table, and I was like, "T-RUPP, please, just beat me already,
Please,
bro."
T-RUPP.
I love it.
He begged me, and I was like, "No," for a couple times. And I finally did it because he was begging me, bro.
Fine.
I raised these kids, and I'm ruining them. Just please.
I love it. I love it. Well, we've actually made it to the last dub right here on time, y'all. Before we hit the last dub, though, we're going to shout out Pigfish Dime Mag. The newest edition is just there, pigfishdimemag.com. Y'all check it out. It's Pigfish. We're back with BRAINJERK Entertainment. Kayla, T-RUPP, and Jop in the hizzle. Hizzle means house. I don't know why I said it. I'm white. Moving on. So, we're at the last dub here, y'all. This last dub is all about, you know, kind of... We've understood, Kayla, where you've come from with cannabis, you know, where you started, obviously what you're doing. We understand kind of like, you know, why it is that you're doing, you know, and you know, you're a normal person doing a good thing, you know, that's the thing. If you build it, they will come kind of thing, you know. And so what I really want to know, and the purpose of this last dub is to find out kind of how you would go about from this point forward. Does that make sense? And so by that, we ask the question, dead or alive, Kayla, who's somebody that you would smoke weed with and why?
Snoop Dogg.
That was really quick. Like that was not even.
I love Snoop Dogg. I don't know what it is. His energy, his whole vibe. I smoke weed with Snoop Dogg. Easy.
I get it. I get it.
I mean, if I pick someone who's like past Bob Marley.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, I mean, I think that they would love to be able to smoke with you at the same time. I think Snoop would love that as well. You know what I mean? That's not even a question. I know that we talked to T-RUPP last time, and he said Mike Tyson.
I'm Mike Tyson.
There we go. There we go.
You knocked me out, but it'd be so cool.
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
Tyson. Mike Tyson.
It's a lot easier than you think. You know, that dream, I'm finding out, isn't that far off. You know what I mean? From Snoop Dogg to Mike Tyson.
I promise before I leave this earth, I will smoke with Snoop Dogg.
There we go.
I've been to his concerts. I promise I'm gonna smoke.
Get it.
My word.
Get it, girl. Josh, what about you? You look so pissed off. You're like, well, fuck. You guys.
It's like shit.
I don't know. Probably like Joe Rogan, Hunter S. Thompson.
I like that.
Stuff like that. People like that.
You know, there's a new Hunter S. Thompson, like Fear and Loathing in some different place. It's coming out soon. You know about that?
No, I did not.
There you go. There you go. If you like Hunter S. Thompson, I got something for you. I've got somebody did like this specific artist did a limited character of him or something. I got it as a gift, and I'll be honest with you. If you'll appreciate it more, you can have it. I'll be honest with you. I'm not fucking.
You got a whole fucking giant painting of him.
Oh, ooh, that's probably bad.
Got a couple paintings of Hunter.
Actually, you got a really good. She has a really good. You have a really good Dr. Gonzo that Nikita did.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
I remember getting high and watching Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas in high school, and it blew my mind. You know what I mean? Very trippy, and it was like I like when we got high and we were trying to brag to our friends. It was like, oh, if you watch this show, it'll actually make you feel like you're on shrooms. And then I ended up taking shrooms. I was like, it does not do that at all. You know what I mean? So I was just like, all right, shit.
My body does not feel like this when I'm.
I love it though, man. You know, and that's the point of it. Like, at the end of the day, the period.
That's a movie like Donnie Darko.
Yeah.
Donnie Darko I like too.
Donnie Darko was really good. I like that. I'm more of like an older, like a I'm looking into Christopher Doyle right now. He's an old school cinematographer. A lot of stuff shot in Hong Kong. If you look up cinematographer Christopher Doyle, DOY.
Doyle rules.
Oh, Doyle rules.
There you go. There you go. He'd probably love that. But like I was saying, you know, period at the end of the sentence, at the end of the day, you know, how does it make y'all feel to know that you're helping people do what, you know, deal with daily life by doing what you do? Like, it's a good feeling, right?
Well, that's what life's supposed to be about.
Yeah.
Like a mentorship.
Yeah.
Doing what we're
We're
supposed
supposed to be helping each other, not fighting each other. We're not like they're
Fucking human. We're all human.
There's no reason we should be so divided here.
Get it. That's my point, you know, and that's why we're having these conversations. That's why we're creating this institution. That's why we're trying to be iconic. You know, we are being the change that we want to see in the world, y'all. And I don't think that I could find, you know, any other trio in the world that's doing it the way that you're doing it, and I fucking love that. We're gonna see more from them, y'all. BRAINJERK Entertainment every day, 10 a.m. on Facebook. Peep them out on Instagram, YouTube. Hit them up, y'all. Tell them where they can find you guys.
YouTube, Instagram, fucking Twitch,
Twitch is
Spotify, everywhere you can find any video or audio. That's where we're at. Facebook.
It's there. It's there. I want to thank you guys.
all giggles with my butthole on camera.
All BRAINJERK Entertainment Company or BRAINJERK Entertainment. Go to brainjerk.com.
Subscribe.
And
Make sure you subscribe that love button. Smash the hell out of it. Absolutely, y'all. I can't wait. I can't wait until like everything works out and I'm gonna be able to get down there with y'all. We'll sit down. I love that pillar talk we had. Real quick question: any Letterkenny's fans right here? Any Letterkenny fans here?
Oh, I'm a fan of Letterkenny.
Yeah.
I like
I'm a
that.
fan of it.
Yeah. Well, you know,
That's
say hi.
on me, bud.
Say hi to the producer Pat. Wave hi real quick. You know, say hi.
What up, Pat?
With that being said, you guys, I appreciate you coming on the show. I seriously, you know, I tune into the show. I may not say anything in the chat. You know, I'm watching. I seriously, honestly can't say thank you enough to y'all. Let's put Michigan on the map, you guys. But to the rest of my people, my tokers, my jokers, and my smokers, take it easy, take it sleazy. Either way, just be breezy, y'all. We'll see you in another edition of the Daily Chronicles. Peace! Woo!
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hi, I'm Patrick McNeil, starting out and struggling actor. Known for two things in my short and illustrious career I've had so far. That's being a skid and doing meth. On Letterkenny, of course. I've done it all in the background. Moving, dancing, drinking, not talking. Now I think I'm ready to get out of that background with the new voice box I got from Walmart. Works great from the background all the way to the foreground of film. Let's go. Here's some of my acting emotions that I think I was talking to you about earlier. Here's me happy. So what's this joyous news I hear? Oh, grandma's not responding. Oh, well, you better cash in on that insurance policy. Here's me angry. Jordan took a bite out of it. I can't just take this beef, cut it, take the extractor remains from your word hole and then sell it to a new customer. Now, Kenna! Here's me sad. Ketchup on the burger. What in the name of Poseidon's boots are you talking about? This is an audition for a taxi cab. Burgers and ketchup. Next. Here's me after a month-long drug, booze, and burrito binge. I'm a character actor, meaning I play characters on movies and TV shows, probably. So if I put 2 and 2 together, it's not 5, meaning I can be a character actor. So the next time you need a hobo, spare change for old Albert, sir. A drug dealer. Hey Holmes, I got that Jaja from Lake Titicaca. Or a serial killer for your next unionized gig. I'm gonna be your serial killer today. I stabbed it. It hasn't come out yet. Where am I supposed to look? Call me up and I'll kill the performance. Get it? Serial killer? Never mind. Yeah, just call me for the next video production or, you know, your next production there, buddy. All right.
What the fuck are you doing in my house? What is going? Where did you get in here?
You won't be disappointed.
How are you here?
This is not my
Get out!
Gotta go. Bye.
And dear Patrick, please pay by this or break your legs by the 30th. Oh hey, you made it to the back of the video. That is awesome. So make sure to like it, subscribe to it, so you stay chained to it. Now, I'm gonna go pay off some debt that I don't know, or my legs get broken. It's like the paper. You can
Yeah, hello?
Greetings.
Where is he?
We can't happen like you said, and then we just dropped
Well, he's a star of our new review line, and I need him here, so... No, you're fucking important. Hey, never mind, Paul. I found him. He's here. Making a bunch of racket.
My name is Paul. 1997.
Hello, Mr. Flynn. Fuck is Mr. Finn? You fucking assaulted me? Huh? No, Albert. Well, fucking ain't no goodbye to you too, feeling dick. How the fuck I get here? I don't know why I'm holding this. Funny story about that. Production van came, kidnapped you, because you never want to fucking cooperate every time we have to make a video, because I own you, right? So let's get this review on the line and get this train wreck fucking moving, okay? Get to it. Where's my fucking shoes? Well, there's a hot turkey sandwich in it for you if you shut the fuck up and just do what I tell you to review. I don't know how to renew shit for you, fucking little shit bitch. No, you go fucking take a shit, you bitch. You'll get food. Oh, why didn't you tell Albert Flinner that? I'll do some turkey. I need food, I'm hungry. You got a review? This wine. I can see you already have a bottle of liquor with you, but I need your judgment for this. Fuck you, you got a wizard or something? You're a fucking leprechaun. Yes, Al. Wallaroo? Is this a bottle of fucking water? No, Albert. No. Yeah. You want my thoughts on Wallaroo? Wallaroo Trail? Yes, Al. Wine. This fucking cunt. You want me to... Shires? I don't know, I got in jail. Blend vines from Australia, Canada. I don't know why they picked him up. They said he was only 6 out of 10 drunk. I don't know why he's being like this. He's just going on and on. Here's a little story of Wallaroo. Halfway between a Wallaroo and a kangaroo is often found in the vineyards of Austria. The Austrians have a kangaroo. It's Australia, Al. Just so you know. Probably just gonna try it out, maybe though. I fucking hate wine. Just drink it and tell us what you freaking think, man. Read the rest, so we're gonna have a little taste, a little smell. We're all out of winter. How can this guy drink liquor and wine all at once? What's he doing? Not bad, actually. Premium. Had a little swick, and a little. Shut the fuck up! That's not for me. I don't know why. Well, that went way better than I expected. And like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, Al, Albert!
Greetings, Fly.
Yeah, Paula?
It's Paul.
Al's out again.
I'm Big Steve.
I don't fucking care about that. Get Big Steve. He's the only guy that can pick him up.
Big Steve's
Or get another fucking person for me so I can lift him up and get him the fuck out of here, please. We'll throw him back out on the street. We'll hook up with him again.
Everyone sounds lunch. Can you just drop me?
Oh my god, just get Big Steve here now. He's the only guy who lives by himself. Bye. Fucking PAs. Fuck's sakes. You notice the promotion in my beard? Well, you gotta get some.